by that than record sales.
So, and is that the kind of connection that you look for in somebody to work with, to collaborate with? Because you've collaborated with lots of guest artists over the years.
Yeah, I'd rather have more down to earth. Like I recorded a song with Anthony Kiedis, and he wanted a carpet put over the vocal booth so no one could watch him do a vocal. I'd rather not get into that stuff. You know?
You have worked with, I mean, I was looking at the list and it's largely women actually. Obviously, you know, Anthony's in there and there are men in there. I mean, what is it that you think you work very well with women particularly, or is it the voice that you like, the female voice? Yeah,
I find it a compliment, you know. So if I've written some lyrics and a woman singing my lyrics, I find it a compliment. And plus my lyrics, I think they sound like women's lyrics, you know, like a lot of my words are more, sometimes I look at them, I think they could have been written by a woman. Mm-hmm. So I just feel like I need a woman to sing my lyrics, and I don't see myself as a vocalist as well, so.
Okay. Well, that's very interesting. We're talking, of course, about the new album, False Idols, which is, as I looked online, and lots of people talking about the record, and a lot of people, it's drawing a lot of comparisons with Maxine K. Do you kind of see them as being... Yeah, do you think they fit together? Do you think there's similarity between the records?
Not really. To be honest, the last time I heard Maxine Quay was maybe a couple of years ago. I listened on YouTube quickly just to see what all the
fuss was
about. Yeah. And it sounds really dated to me.
Really?
It sounds really, really dated. And it's probably a time and a place. I think False Idols, it sounds like new music to me. There's stuff on there like, say, tribal drums, and it's music you don't really hear, you know. It's like, so it feels like new music. And so I don't know. But it's a good thing that people compare it to Maxine Quay, because it was my biggest album, apparently.
Yeah.
But no, I don't see any... It's hard to say though, because I don't listen to my music. So.
It's hard, it's almost impossible to have that kind of perspective on yourself, really, isn't it? I think, yeah. But it is coming up to 20 years since Maxine came out. How have things changed for you over that time? I mean, do you look back, and when you listen to that, it must be like looking at an old photograph of yourself. Do you see a different person, or?
Oh, I see a young person. Yeah, it was like and it was too quick for me. You know, it was like I was doing a few things with Massive Attack, then I brought my album out, then that went straight to number 3 in the charts. It was just too fast, too quick. So I think I'm more grounded now and kind of more focused. And with the success from Maxine Quay, my life just got crazier and crazier and crazier. And now I'm kind of, you know, it's kind of putting things back together. And so, yeah, but I don't look back that much, to be honest with you. I keep moving forward, you know. So Maxine Quay was then, and you know, it's 20 years later, and it just makes me feel old, really.
That's not what I meant to do. That shouldn't be the case. It should be like, look at all these amazing things I've achieved. But, you know, as you say, the title of the new record is about kind of moving things forward and you know, the need to change things. And kind of, as you said, maybe about the music industry a little bit, the title, False Idols. Do you think that overall the music industry has changed? Obviously, we were talking about your experience with old labels, but I mean, how do you think it's a very different scene from how it was in the 90s, isn't it?
Oh yeah, very different. But you still got the kind of, you know, the pop star act. You know, when you're touring, you know, I think artists, we've got massive egos. And I think, you know, we're overpaid. We got great jobs. For me, I feel lucky to be able to do this, and I think not all artists, but some artists should realize it. You know, we're lucky to have this life, to be able to travel, and don't take it for granted. And take that genius stuff out of it. And it's just like the pop star thing. So if I meet someone, I want to meet them. I don't want to meet some image or some character, you know. So you still see a lot of bull, you know. You still see a lot of... I'm just like, I don't know. I'd rather just not get involved, or, you know, I've met a lot of celebrities over the years and big artists, and I don't really get it. So it's changed, and you got... You know, young people, they've got technology, they can get their music out, but you still got the glamour side of it, you know.
So if that kind of seems quite hollow to you, where do you find inspiration? Is it about, you know, looking at new music and up and coming musicians and what they've got to offer?
No, meeting people, like for instance touring. I met a kid in America many years ago, and he was in a coma for 10 days. And he came to the show and he told me, you know, he was in a coma for 10 days and his parents played my music to him. And I said to the kid, you know, I don't really know what to say to you. And he just says, no, he said, you don't have to say anything. And he just walked off into the crowd, you know. And then my drummer years ago met a nurse in Philadelphia who worked in a children's burns unit. And they played my music to the kids in a burns unit. You know, and I met a woman who was pregnant who told me, you know, you're in my life and you're in my children. She used to play my music to her unborn child.
Oh, wow.
So that's really what inspires me. Like, I don't get inspired by artists. Artists don't inspire me. I just think 90% or 80%, I don't know, artists are just, it's just pretentious nonsense. So I get inspired by real people. And you know, I don't lock myself away at shows, for instance. You know, there's a good chance you can meet me. You come to my show and there's a good chance I'll be walking around.
Yeah.
You know, we can take a photograph or, you know, it's not a problem for me. So I get inspired by the listeners. I don't like to use the word fans.
Kind of like a real human connection.
Yeah, yeah. And
okay.
I think I realize this is not about me. You know, it took me a long time to realize, you know, you get all the success, you get things, you know, when you've got nothing, no one to give you anything. And when you're successful, you get everything free. And it's like, so I get inspired from like real things, real people. You know, if I can help people in any way, and then when I realized it's not about me, everything became a lot easier.
Yeah, because you weren't focusing on yourself, maybe.
Yeah, because you know, it's like how much success can you have? How much money can you make? It doesn't. Success has got nothing to do with happiness. You know, I've been very successful and been very unhappy, and I've been less successful and very happy. So now I realize it's not about me. You know, if I can touch a couple of souls, if I can help someone, then I'm happy, you know.
Okay, that's fantastic to hear. Listen, we love the new record, but we want to see you play live. As we said earlier, you're playing Heaven tonight and you've got some European shows coming up. When's the tour, the UK tour? You said maybe one in the autumn.
Tess, where's the label girl? Autumn maybe, right? Yeah.
Okay, we're taking you at your word
That's
on that.
That's my manager, one of my managers, Tess.
Well, listen, wish you the best of luck with the show this evening. Can't wait to see you on UK tour. And one more song before you go, please, Tricky, if you wouldn't mind. What's
this
it
is
be?
Called Nothing Matters.
Over to you.
Ways you make me
Tricky and Band live on BBC Six Music. Nothing Matters. The album is out on Monday. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for that.
No worries at all. Thank you very much.
Always a pleasure. We hope we see you again very soon.
Hopefully, yeah.
Tricky on BBC.